The Apollo Pro is one of the most exciting scooters of the year, and I absolutely had to get my hands on the awesome chrome finish version that Rider Guide has, so thanks to them for loaning it to me. As you may know by now, I work for Rider Guide full-time, but Arcanine Rides is my own channel where I give my own opinions, and all my content is my own. Be sure to check out Paul's deep dive into this scooter on Rider Guide's channel after this video. I'll link that down below in the description. I normally do mini reviews like this unscripted, focusing on ride comfort, general scooter feel, and performance because that's typically what I value the most in a scooter. And that's how my review of the Apollo Pro started, and then I ended up talking about a lot more things than I was initially planning, and it honestly was a lot of unstructured rambling, more than usual at least. Plus, all the footage was corrupted, most likely from the GoPro overheating and glitching out during my ride. So rather than re-record this review unscripted, I wrote a fully scripted review to make sure my thoughts were concise and logical. So what do I really think about the Apollo Pro? Well, for a moment, let's pretend that it has no price tag and just take the scooter at face value. It's honestly an amazing scooter and I've loved riding it. Apollo has really made something special here, not just from a design standpoint, though it is probably the best looking scooter on the market. The Pro is genuinely great to ride. It's fast, stable, comfortable, the geometry is good, the riding platform is huge with a nice deck tail, the front suspension feels amazing, the big tires make all the little bumps just go away, and it handles well and feels nimble. It doesn't have the big, bulky, plow through everything feel and look of the Segway GT2. Still looks and feels and folds down like you would expect a scooter to. The acceleration is quick but not overwhelming, it has a decent top speed, and it's stable at those top speeds. Its weakest point from a riding perspective is the drum brakes. The regen braking lever on the left is enough in most situations for speed adjustment, but I really wish it came with more aggressive hydraulic disc brakes for quick stops. You can't lock up the brakes no matter how hard you pull on the levers, and while that may be good for beginner riders, this isn't a beginner scooter. The braking distance just isn't short enough in my opinion. However, I get why they went with drum brakes. They're easy to maintain, and the sleek, discless look they offer really matches the scooter's aesthetics, and for most braking situations they are fine. But overall, from a riding standpoint, this is just about everything you could want from a scooter, and I've immensely enjoyed testing it. Okay, now let's add the $4,000 price tag into the mix. Is it really worth $4,000? Well, my short answer is, I have yet to ride an electric scooter that I would pay $4,000 out of my own pocket to own. However, there's nothing wrong with paying a premium for a luxury scooter. The big issue that most people seem to have with this scooter is the performance numbers. You tend to expect crazy top speeds and lightning fast acceleration times at this price. And that was my perspective on it initially as well, but riding the Pro has actually changed my perspective a bit and made me realize that paying for a one-of-a-kind, reliable, high-quality, do-it-all, beautifully designed, technology-rich scooter is something that makes a lot of sense depending on what you're shopping for. In the automotive market, there are performance and luxury cars that sit in the same price range, and some people don't want or need the crazy performance numbers. A Rolls-Royce Phantom is a fast car, and it doesn't lack that performance punch, but it focuses on comfort and presentation over raw performance numbers. Now, I wouldn't necessarily call the Apollo Pro the Rolls-Royce of electric scooters, but you see what I'm saying with this parallel. I personally would never go into a dealership with $400,000 and start by looking at a Rolls-Royce. However, if you force me into one and let me drive it around and really soak it in, you could probably make a solid case that that's where my money should go. So it is with the Apollo Pro. On paper, the price tag is intimidating, but after riding one around for the past few weeks, I get it. I really do, and that's not something I thought I would say. For a lot of people, they see the scooter and go, well, that has everything I want performance-wise, it looks amazing, and offers a lot of features that I want. Well, that's who this scooter's for. But Mitchell, I hear you protest. You criticize the GT2 for not going faster. How's that different from the Apollo Pro? Well, I thought about this and I realized that I wanted more speed out of the GT2 because the size, weight, and acceleration suggests that it's designed to go faster than 43 miles an hour, and it just doesn't. Imagine buying an expensive sports car with a 3-second 0 to 60, and then the car has a hard speed cap at 100 miles an hour. Yeah, you don't always need to go 100 miles an hour, but why does it stop at that speed if it has such fast acceleration? The GT2 rockets off the line and then slams into the speed cap while it feels like it has so much more to give. It's too bulky and heavy to be anything but a performance scooter. The Apollo Pro, however, isn't trying to be a sports scooter. It feels like 40 miles an hour is the speed it was meant to go, and it also maintains a level of portability that the GT2 just doesn't have. The other thing that the scooter got me thinking about is innovation in the scooter industry. As someone who eats, sleeps, and breathes electric scooters, anything that breaks the mold and pushes scooter tech forward is a win in my book. The GT2 falls into that same category. That's why ultimately I can't be too mad at the prices of these quote-unquote super scooters. Anything that's a change from the parts bin OEM scooters that have the same styling and components as scooters 5 years ago is a win for consumers. The Apollo Pro is a scooter that is designed to either replace a car or be kind of an endgame scooter that you splurge on, knowing that you probably don't have to buy any other scooter for a very long time. The Pro does everything that you would ever need a scooter to do while still being a scooter that you can fold up properly and slide into your car or store out of the way. It's won my heart over, and at a slightly lower price, this could be one of my favorite scooters ever. The Indiegogo presale price is $3,500, and that might just be the discount that it needs for people on the fence to justify buying it. If you want the best bang for the buck performance for the price though, and you don't care about any of the extra features and the design of the Pro, then the Wolf King GT Pro and upcoming Wolf King GTR are going to be your best friends. I did a ride and review of the GT Pro, so check that out. It'll be linked on the end card that pops up at the end of this ride. I'm Mitchell with Arcanine Rides. Enjoy the rest of my ride out on the Apollo Pro, and I'll see you in the next one.